We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and off we go from Seattle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 25-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to Walker on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Seahawks at 7 and 9 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Stafford. Sliding up. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Carter, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stafford now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, Funk. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Locke. He hits his target, Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 16. Into the red zone, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. We're scoreless after 1. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Throwing now is Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Stafford. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna-Nwosu. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Stafford. That is caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's good for the Seahawks. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Locke. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. but you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. To throw is Stafford. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 35.
Here's Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might pull out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On third and long, it's Locke. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now Benjamin. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Now Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this one too low.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, it's Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun snap to Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's
a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Now it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. To try again after the sack. Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. After the turnover, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Locke going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Locke to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Michael Davis. Lewis. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball. And maybe
touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson, 37 yards. And the Rams are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores to get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they set him on the blitz from that linebacker's spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he will fall on this himself, but get no further. So certainly intrigue all the way to the finish line, but that is how this ball game will end. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Los Angeles, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.